Number 1. Plage Bonavane. Plage Bonavane, also known as Gaston de Fer Beach, is one of the so-called Prado beaches in Marseille. Such beaches were purpose-built in the 1970s to offer a place for city dwellers to swim and splash in the Mediterranean. This beach sits at the end of wide Avenue Bonavane, around 20 minutes in the car from the Vieux-Port district in the Old City. Number 2. Plage de la Grande Mer. The Plage de la Grande Mer is a prime example of why you have to whiz out of downtown Marseille to get the very best of the beaches in the area. It's actually the main beach of Little Cassis, sat 35 minutes drive to the southwest of the city, on the fringes of the Côte d'Azur. Number 3. Kalank de Port-Pin. Kalank de Port-Pin is one of the most photographed bays in the whole of the Marseille area. It sits in the district of Vaufrages, around an hour's drive from the old port of Marseille, Vieux-Port, and only 45 minutes drive from the town of Cassis. That places it within the protected reserves of the jaw-droppingly beautiful Kalank National Park. Number 4. Plage du Prado in Marseille. Plage du Prado is the northernmost of the man-made beaches on the promenades that run south from the heart of Marseille. It's easy to get to. Simply hop on the direct bus that runs from the port to the Plages district. The ride takes around 40 minutes in total and there are frequent services in the summer months. Number 5. Kalak Denv. Kalak Denv is one of the finest of all the Kalank's rugged, fjord-like inlets that carve through the coastline south of Marseille. It's certainly not the easiest to get to. You'll need to don the hiking boots and hit the pine-fringed trails for at least an hour to arrive. Number 6. Plage de Alarin. Plage de Alarin, or Arena Beach as it's also known, is one of the jewels in the crown of the Cassis coast. That puts it around 35 minutes drive out of Marseille via the A50, although there is a longer, more scenic route through the Vaufrages forests that will leave you feeling like James Bond in his Aston Martin. Number 7. Plage de Sainte-Croix. Plage de Sainte-Croix to the northwest of Marseille looks out across the sparkling Gulf of Lion. The view sweeps just before the French coast shifts north into the wetlands and the sandbars of the flamingo-dotted Camargue. The location, being opposite to the Côte d'Azur, helps cut down the crowds considerably. Number 8. Plage de Catalans. Plage de Catalans, Catalan Beach, is smack dab in the middle of Marseille. You can even walk here from the Vieux-Port, just stroll straight through the Faro neighborhood for around 15 minutes and you'll find it. Of course, being so close to the yacht moorings and the action means that Plage de Catalans suffers from crowds. Number 9. Kalak Denv. Kalak Denv reigns as the largest of all the Kalanks in the national park to the south of Marseille. Getting there is relatively easy because it sits on the city side of the reserve, around 20 minutes drive from the Prado beaches. Just watch out for the hairpin bends as you go. Number 10. Kalankmorju. Kalankmorju is the beating heart of the Kalank National Park and it's considered one of the best beaches near Marseille. Although there's a very narrow road leading there through the eucalyptus woods and the pine forests, it still manages to retain something of a remote feel. That might be because the drive from the old port takes at least 40 minutes. Hope you like this video. For more videos, please subscribe to our channel.